It has been forever. I have not done a coffee live stream. Well, so listen, the reality is that I have not been doing live streams because I launched a new business and I have been working my tail off from sun up to sundown. I'm also not naked. It doesn't appear that way. I'm wearing a little romper and I'm not naked, but it does look that way. I've been working from sun up to sundown on my businesses, which has been amazing, but I have so been missing this. And I kind of just had this realization of it last night where I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so missing my community. I'm missing talking to my community. I'm missing being in my genius, which is this, sharing the message, universalizing the message for the masses. It's what I'm meant to be doing, my 5 line in human design. But I also got a little kick in the ass from Calvin Witcher yesterday. On a whim, on a total whim. I haven't signed up for somebody's like program, like a group program I don't even remember the last time. It's been a couple years. And on a whim, I signed up for Calvin's program Cult. And I just knew that there was something that he had for me. The first call was yesterday and he's hilarious. And I really got a taste of my own medicine because he's been like, it's impossible to get a schedule out of him, and the call went like 2.5 hours, and I'm just like, people have to work. So it was good for me to get that dose of my own medicine for sure. Here, we're back in. Hold on, I'm gonna check my internet. Mercury retrograde is out in full effect, you guys. Struggle has been real. Pre-shadow was real. Who's been struggling with Mercury retrograde for weeks already? Holy Hades. Okay, where was I? It's fully a Leah live stream. I have fixed my hair. We are just rambling on at this point. Are you new to the community and you're like, who is this chick doing her hair, talking about random shit on her live stream? This is how we do it. Okay, so I'm back. It's shenanigan time. How long has it been since we had shenanigans? I know the old school babes are just like, oh my gosh, they're having nostalgia for days long gone past where I used to live stream every day and we'd have like 30 minutes of shenanigans before I delivered the message. Hey, listen, Mercury is my secondary ruling planet. I'm all for him. I love him, but he creates fuckery when he goes into retrograde, and it just is what it is. So, okay, so back to Calvin. So I was, somebody tag Calvin in this post. That would be great, in this live stream. So I joined Calvin's program just on a whim. Like, I was literally driving in the car and saw one of his videos for the program pop up, and it's called Cult. And I was just like, fine, I'm signing up. And, then I was like, okay, because I got the full splenic yes. Like, the splenic yes was so strong, it pushed me literally into like getting my card and signing up for the thing. And so I was like, I knew that there was something there for me. So the first call was yesterday. And, I am judgy as fuck, by the way, just in case anyone wanted to know. I definitely am, I definitely was on that call going like, am I really meant to be here? Like, is this really for me? And then I was just like, okay, Leah, like, calm your tits, chill out. You got the full splenic yes. Yes, it's my metal fully came out. My metal was out in full effect yesterday morning. But I was like, you got the full splenic yes. There's something here for you. So just calm down, shut up, and be receptive. And so I did. and it was gold. Like, it was amazing. Like, I've been called to Calvin for a long time, actually. And can I make a comment on here? It's not going to let me tag him. Can someone tag him in this live stream for me, please? Is anyone friends with him on Facebook? So I've been called to work with Calvin for a long time, and because of his prophetic nature is why I'm called to work with him. It's not even necessarily about business stuff. It's just I feel I have a deep resonance with him around it. And so it was really interesting because as I was listening to him talking yesterday on the first call, I definitely got the foot in ass from somebody else. And so, am I in a group? This is on my page, right? Is this on my public page? This is a serious problem. Maybe he's not allowing himself to be tagged at the moment. Is this in a group or is this on my Facebook page? This is fully a Leah live stream. I'm telling you right now. Facebook page. Okay, cool. Now he's gonna get tagged by like 42 people and he's just gonna be like, who is calling? Who is calling prophet? Everybody's posting. Okay, so you're welcome, Calvin. Everyone loves you. So there just was this point in the call where he was talking about, I don't even know what he was talking about, honestly, because I probably wasn't listening that closely. For me, it's like, oh yeah, if you're in Rich Abundance, you can't tag him. If you're watching from Rich Abundance, you can't tag him. I don't even know what's going on. Just as long as I'm live on my personal page and not just in Rich Abundance, we're gonna be good. Oh my God. It's because I haven't had my coffee. It's because I haven't done a live stream in 21 years. It's because obviously we need shenanigans because we haven't had shenanigans for so long. So if you're new to me, this is how we roll, yo. Anyway, back to Calvin. So part of, for me as a projector, how I receive information, I will invest in someone's container and not really even need to listen to the calls, do the assignments. There's an energetic exchange for me. It's like if I pay for the program, I'm literally paying for access to that person's energy field, and I can have upgrades just through doing that. So many of you know I worked with Dane Thomas, and I didn't really do any of the shit. Like, I didn't listen to any of Dane's stuff. I didn't read any of his posts, but I was able to just receive through his transmission. And that was enough. I'm actually not planning on doing that with Calvin, but I will say that like my attention span is really short. So it's very difficult for me, and this call was like 2.5 hours long. So I probably was listening for an hour of it, and the other hour, I only stayed on for 2 hours because I had a program call I had to be on. But the other hour, I was just receiving downloads from whatever his transmission was delivering. And so, and I know that there are many of you, because I know there's lots of you on here that work with me and have worked with me privately. I know that there are many people in my community that feel the same. So like, yes, they'll join my programs and they'll listen to the content, but they're not there for the content. They're there for the transmission. They're there for what they receive being in my field. They're there for that upgrade to all their 5 bodies that they get by being in my energetic field. And those upgrades tend to be money, wealth, abundance, prosperity related, right? So there are a lot of people that when I put something out, they just buy it regardless of whether or not they think they're going to participate in it, because they like to always be making a payment to me because they get a massive return from that. Likewise, I put my all-class pass out every year. And by the way, just a little heads up, we're doing something really, really special this year. We're doing two different types of all-class passes. We're literally doing an all the things, everything on the table pass. And then we're doing the typical all-class pass. And these will be part of my Black birthday sales that I do every year. So my birthday is December 1st. So we do these Black birthday sales, which is like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and then my birthday's on Tuesday this year. And that all-class pass is going to be ridiculously priced again, as usual. And so, you know, the people that have been around me for a long time, they know that that's a no-brainer. I think the Black birthday sale will be $1,111 for the all-class pass, all-class and course pass. And I will sell 30 of those out the gate because people are like, oh my God, they know. Those passes end up being valued at $12,000 to $15,000, and they get it for a ridiculously good price that weekend. And then they're in all the things. They're in all the Leah things for the whole year. They've literally tapped into my energetic field for the whole year. So that was kind of a tangent. As we do. What was coming through to me yesterday while I was on the call with Calvin was how much I have been holding back my prophetic nature. And there is a big piece of me that has been nervous to tell you what I see coming, because I have seen for about 5 months, I've known what's coming over the next 3 months and what's coming first quarter of next year. And I think I've been using the excuse that I feel like you're not ready to hear it, what I know and what I've been shown. And then I keep saying, but I think they're not ready. Maybe the masses aren't ready, right? My whole purpose on this planet is to universalize the message for the masses. So it's actually on me to make sure that you're able to receive it. And so I've been making excuses, and I've been, not doing my part, really. And it is because at some level I've been playing small. And so I've been trying to do this thing where I'm like, well, come join the Telegram channel because I feel safer in there talking about the things, because it's encrypted, because it's not censored. And so I'll come on live streams and I'll give little snippets, and then I'll be like, come into the Telegram channel. But I'm not sharing it in the Telegram channel either. Like, I'm not sharing it. And so it was a real kick in the ass yesterday, and to be like, okay, why am I not? Why am I not sharing it? Am I not sharing it because it's uncomfortable? Am I not sharing it because I'm worried that people are going to think I'm crazy? Probably not. I don't really give two fucks anymore. At one point in my journey, that I would have cared about that. I really would have cared about that. Am I not sharing it because I don't know, my signature program's in launch right now, and I'm worried how it's going to affect the sales, which I don't think that's the case either. And I actually don't have the full reason why, but I do know that I've been making excuses. I do know that I have been hiding from sharing something that I have known for a while needs to be said. And so this is it. You've landed on the live stream where I'm going to share what I see coming. And I actually am like, can't believe that I'm doing this, but it is what it is. Good morning, Rocket. Do you want to say hi to the people? And puppies. We have puppies on live streams. And Keiko. Ooh, you're all wet. Did you go to the beach? Okay, well, I'm just gonna show you her, but I'm not gonna pick her up because they obviously were just on a walk at the beach. Here's Rocket. Say hi, Rocket. And this is Keiko. Say hi, Keiko. These are the Terror Twins. The Terror Twins, hi. They take themselves on morning walks down to beach. Did you go to the beach? Did you go to the beach? Oh yeah, it was so good. Ugh, now I'm all sandy. So yeah, so here it goes. Yeah, definitely tag the people. I know, Kelsey, I'm like, I wish I had you in my world here in Bali. They're wearing these dumb harnesses because people keep taking their collars off of them at the beach. And I need to go get them some new collars today. So, the Terror Twins. We do call them the Terror Twins. They're just constantly tearing shit up and destroying shit. They're only 5 months old though. That's what they're meant to be doing right now, I think. They're like, they live the best life. They're living their best Bali dog lives. We found them in a gutter, which they totally would have been dead. And now they live in a beachfront property, get fed. They have to have collars because otherwise people will steal them. Because they're out on the beach all day long. And we live on a public beach. But they get fed liver soup and like all their meals are homemade for them by the kitchen staff who are like absolutely in love with them and adore them. They literally are living their best lives. They're in their best Bali dog lives. Okay, so here we go. Tag your people. Tag the people. The people that need to know the things. I am a hot mess this morning too. So we've got Hot Mess Express going. We've done the shenanigans and now we're actually gonna drop into the message. So if there's people that need to know, let them know. So I think the really important piece of this is, you know, you're going to be open and you're going to be open to receiving it. You're going to be receptive or you're not. And that's okay. Either way. The purpose in me sharing this with you is that I want you to be prepared. I want you to, because to me, the preparedness is actually the key. It's actually not even knowing what's gonna come or knowing what's about to happen. Like that's not actually it's being prepared. It's about, you know, even if you listen to me and you're like, she is crazy, you've listened and some part of you has taken in the possibility of what can happen and what can occur. And hopefully from that place, you will begin to prepare yourself at a 5 bodies level, right? So you'll begin to prepare yourself physically, emotionally, energetically, spiritually, physically. Did I already say physically? 5 bodies. Physical, spiritual, energetic, emotional, mental. So you'll start to prepare yourself, you know, at least on many of those levels for the possibility of what is to come. So I'm going to start by saying that something that I have been sharing quite publicly, which is that we are in a major transition time. We are in the collapse of our financial systems and structures as we know them. And that collapse, you know, has been happening since the end of 2019, and it will continue through, I mean, I think what I see is that the majority of it will be complete by 2024, but we won't be fully into our new system until 2027. So it's like the shit's hitting the fan between now and 2024. And then like end of 2024, and then 2025 through 2027 is sort of the rebuilding of the new system. And so there's a lot happening. Someone's here, obviously. So tough, Keiko. Hold on, it might be the plant man. Okay, I'm back, sorry. So there's a lot happening astrologically that is supporting this. One of those things is Uranus and Taurus. It's literally the deconstruction of our financial systems and structures. That is what that is about. Money, how we do money is going to look entirely different by 2027, by 2024, really. We're beginning to see it happening. There is no coincidence that the age of Aquarius, we're coming into the age of Aquarius. We are ending a 240-year cycle that was about the individual and mastering matter, mastering the material plane, mastering the physical plane. It was about materialism. It was about capitalism. It was about monetary gain. So the last 240-year cycle, that's where we've been. It's ending, okay? And we're moving into the age of Aquarius, which is about the collective. It is about embracing wisdom and spirituality and the quantum realm and vibration and energy and frequency. Like this next 240-year cycle, that's what it's about. We're going to be moving into unity consciousness. It's going to stop being about the individual and start being about the whole. But there's a transition period, right? Like it doesn't just work that like all of a sudden the age of Aquarius comes and like everything flips over to this unity consciousness, right? Because that old paradigm, and especially the people that are controlling that paradigm, who I call the global financial elite, that old paradigm, they are desperately hanging on to that old timeline, and they are doing everything in their power to maintain control. And they are maintaining control through triggering emotions and manipulation and keeping the collective in a state of fear. And so this is what we've seen the entire year. So it is this is them attempting to hold on to materialism. This is them attempting to hold on to the paradigm that exists right now, which is the global financial agenda that keeps the collective in financial slavery. The thing that's interesting is all of the grid work that was laid on this planet that supports that structure, it actually no longer exists. So they're in these, multi-million-dollar mansions that are sitting on top of no foundation. So it's only a matter of time before it crumbles. That's like the best way I know how to describe it to you. Yeah, and I mean, this is the thing I want every one of you to hear. You chose to incarnate on this planet at this time. It was a choice. You absolutely chose to come here at this time. You wanted to be a part of this transition in humanity. You wanted to be a part of moving from this old paradigm that was about the individual into this new paradigm, which is about the collective. And so if you are here and you are incarnated at this time and you're watching this live stream, my belief is that you are here actually to be of service to the collective, and that you are here to help make that transition smoother. So yeah, so we've got all of that going on, right? And these systems and structures are held in place by many things. They are held in place by occult magic. They are held in place, and when I say that, I know that people just go like, whoa, oh my God, what? But look, every time you open your mouth and speak, you are crafting a spell. There's a reason it's called spelling, right? When you speak, you create your reality. So we are living lives of magic, whether we know it or not. And those of us that realize it and decide to empower ourselves to take control of that are the ones that are now existing already in the new timeline and helping to bring the people that are in the old timeline over into the new timeline. So you can look at it as deeply as you desire or as surface level as you desire, but the fact is that we are living spells every moment of every day. So the global financial elite really understand this, and they really understand how to control and manipulate the people on this planet, because they have been doing it for centuries, okay? And how they do that is by keeping us reacting from our root and sacral chakra. So they attack us and they manipulate us and they control us at our very base survival instincts, at our very, in our tribal nature. So they create issues with financial stability. And then that triggers safety, right? So safety, stability, and security is a big way that they do that. And they control the media. So, if you took nothing else out of this live stream, it would be stop fucking watching the news, because you're being manipulated. Every time you turn on the news, every time you watch the news, and I don't give a shit if it's a liberal or conservative, I don't care. It's all of it, right? You are being controlled. You are being manipulated. Your emotional triggers are being pushed, because emotionally charged people are the easiest to manipulate. They are dividing us in every single way they can think of, and from every avenue they can think of. So, pandemic, race war, we're getting ready to move into this whole alien invasion situation. And you're being prepped for it. You're being prepped for it through the news, and you're not even realizing it, likely. So you're being dripped information about how this special task force on alien life forms is now reporting to the Senate committee. You're being dripped little stories here and there. The last time we were this close to disclosure about alien life forms or celestial life forms or whatever you want to call them was in the late 80s and early 90s. In the late 80s and early 90s, talking about UFOs was really commonplace, because there were sightings happening all over the United States, right? Especially close to military bases. People were reporting abduction stories. People were reporting seeing UFOs left, right, and center. It was in the news, it was in the media. You were being fed information about, hey Kat, you were being fed information about aliens visiting Earth, okay? And then in the late 80s and early 90s, there was I think there were a lot of people that had a real sense of disbelief about it, but there were a lot of people that were really on board with it. So what happened? Why all of a sudden did that stop? Why all of a sudden did it begin to be spun as if anyone that was seeing UFOs was crazy, right? Anyone that was saying that they were seeing UFOs, anyone that was saying that they were abducted were crazy, because our news media was giving tons of merit to these stories in the late 80s and early 90s. It wasn't being reported as a hoax. It was being reported as, this is what happened. There are all of these stories about UFO phenomena that has happened in cities all over the world where hundreds of people saw it, that it's now buried. Now you can't find it. It's not on Google. You can't go research it and pull up, this story from 1989 that happened in Los Angeles. But it was happening. And so at that time, okay, so where do I go with this? All right, so there are 3 places on this planet that control everything, okay? So we have the military base of the world in Washington, D.C., the corporation that is Washington, D.C., okay? We have the financial control of the world in the corporation that is the City of London. We have the spiritual control of the world in Vatican City, also a corporation. So these three places are, you know, and I'm not going to go into much of this. You can go research this on Google, but Washington, D.C. is not part of the United States, right? Washington, D.C. is actually a corporation. It's a business. The same with the City of London, the same with the Vatican. The Vatican is not part of Italy. City of London is not part of the UK. It is not part of London, right? It is its own sovereign entity, all three of these places. And these three systems work together to control the populace of the planet. And then there's some wild cards out there like China, right? But in order for alien disclosure to happen, all three of these entities, entities, an interesting choice of words there, right? But all three of these entities have to be on board, okay? So there will be no disclosure until Washington, D.C., City of London, and Vatican are all on board. So what I have been shown is that for the last few years, Washington, D.C. and City of London have been on board with alien disclosure, with disclosure of what actually is out there, what we actually have proof of, and what we know. The Vatican has not yet been on board. I believe that they're actually on board now, and now they're trying to figure out how to position it. But the Vatican has not been on board because it hasn't been able to figure out the story that it is able to present to Christianity, essentially, but to the Catholic Church, the people that are still active in following the Catholic Church, that will not make them lose all hope in everything that they've been taught their entire life. Because if that were to happen, then this group of people loses major control over the collective of the planet, okay? So, I believe that they have figured out how they desire to disclose this. I believe that coronavirus is real. I believe that there is a virus, a horrible virus that has inflicted many people on this planet. It is a power play. It was orchestrated. It was created to control the people of this planet, to get us in line, to get us ready and prepared. So this global financial elite and this kind of like trinity of the powers that be, they know that the age of Aquarius is coming. They know that the collective is going to be moving into a desire to put the whole before the individual. And up until this point, the way that they have been controlling us is by keeping us in our in that fight, flight, freeze, where all we can think to do is try to survive and protect ourselves. And that is how they have split us apart, right? The energy of the planet is shifting, and that is not going to work any longer. So right now, what are you seeing? You're seeing last ditch efforts for them to keep us in that place of worrying about self. And they're doing it by any means necessary. And so, you know, what are we seeing? Well, we're seeing this pandemic, which really truly is a fear pandemic, right? Like that is actually what they're using to keep us in that state of fear. And they're using all the tools of assimilation, right? All of them. This is that sacral chakra concern that if I don't assimilate, if I don't get along, I'm going to get kicked out of the tribe. And what happens when I get kicked out of the tribe? Well, in our belief, because we carry it in our ancestral DNA, is that if we get kicked out of the tribe, we die. because we're put out into the wilderness on our own. So they're triggering a very real survival instinct that exists in us because we've carried it down through our DNA from the times when our ancestors, if they weren't assimilating and they weren't getting along with the tribe, they were getting kicked out in the wilderness to die, right? So they're triggering that in us. Can you believe? And I'm not even going to go into, like, this isn't about whether you think people should wear masks. This isn't about whether you believe coronavirus was planned or not. But just from the perspective of, can you believe how quickly the entire world shut down and now how everyone has to wear a mask? Everyone has to assimilate. Everyone has to comply. And how many people have just blindly said yes to it? Their plan is working. It is working really well. And they are meeting very little resistance. So, what do I need? What do I want to tell you? That was a dress rehearsal. What we have seen in 2020 has been a dress rehearsal. We haven't seen anything yet. They have been testing to see how much resistance there's going to be to them exerting their will over a global population. And we have fallen in line. Very few of us have transitioned into this new timeline already. Very few of us are in a place where we're questioning. Very few of us are in a place where we're contemplating, is this actually in our highest and best good, or is this a crock of bullshit? So, dress rehearsal, okay? Pandemic comes on. Race war gets started. The oldest trick in their book, dividing the people by activating race issues. It is their ace, right? It literally is their ace. And they play it anytime they start to lose a little bit of control. So yeah, I will talk to you about the Bali thing too, and maybe I'll just say it now. So Bali, so there's this thing called the Matrix, right? And regardless of what you believe the Matrix is, and honestly, I don't know for sure what it is. I know that it exists, and I know that it has to do with, so we could be living in a simulation, as Elon Musk says, and that could be the Matrix, that we're literally in this simulation. Or the Matrix could be energetic grid lines that have been put in place to keep us controlled. I'm more inclined to kind of be in that school of thought, though I do occasionally really question this whole simulation idea. Regardless, Bali is not in the grid line. Bali is off the grid. So, and I don't exactly know why that is. I think it is because the people of Bali live their lives in devotion, and they are not as easily able to be manipulated and controlled. Now look, are they controlled by their governments? Absolutely. Are they in full belief of anything that their governments feed them? Absolutely. But it's different. And that government is not being controlled by those three epicenters. There's tons of corruption in Indonesia, right? There's tons of corruption. There's, I have to actually be careful what I say on this live stream in relation to Bali. So, and that stuff. Yeah, let's just pretend that I didn't say that. So, but Bali is not on the grid. So let's just say that. Bali is not part of this energetic grid line and this grid working. It is separate from. And so because of that, it's very easy to make that transition into the new timeline. It's very easy to see what's happening in the world. We see things here that people other places simply cannot see because they are literally in it. They are plugged into that energetic grid. And no matter how awakened you get, no matter how, I mean, and this is like where I feel so bad for my friends that are still in the United States, because it's like, no matter how, this huge black butterfly is in my house right now as I'm saying this, like this big. It's gonna fly over here maybe. No matter how, it looks like a freaking bird, you guys, it's enormous. No matter how awakened you are, no matter how far you are on your spiritual journey, the whole of the United States is being so controlled and manipulated right now. And so it is actually impossible living in the United States to be able to see everything as it's actually happening. You're literally being fed, media to control you. Your food is being genetically engineered and modified to control you. You are being fed pharmaceuticals to control you. And it really truly is the worst in the United States. Australia is a really close second. So it's almost impossible for you to actually see what's going on because you're so plugged into that grid system. And hey, Amy. So yeah, and I think there are some other places like Vanuatu, not on the grid system. Bali, not on the grid system. It feels like there are some places off the coast of Africa and some places in Africa that are not affected. But for me, yeah, I mean, my recommendation is everybody get to Bali. Like if you truly want to unplug from that system, if you actually truly want to be able to see what's happening. I mean, I'll tell you, we sit here and have conversations and we're just like, are we crazy? Because how do people not see what's going on? And, to us, it's so plain. Like we can see it so plainly. And we know that you guys can't because you're in it, right? So yeah, I think that Bali is one of the safest places. I mean, it was why, I, at the beginning of the year, knew that we had to get residency in Bali. Like, I was like, nope, we needed the longest residency that we could possibly get and to be able to not have to leave. And so that is why we actually did the investment Kitas. And so now we've got 2 years. And for me, it's like, I don't know that the worst will have passed, but I know that we'll be able to extend that. 2021 is going to be a shit show, you guys. Like, plain and simple. You ain't seen nothing yet. Here it comes. Like, get ready because this is it's their last ditch effort. It's their last ditch effort to keep power and to keep control. And as of right now, it's working really, really well. So they play the race card, right? And so they divide us in that way because it's so easy. They play the political cards. I mean, this is like, you guys are balls deep in it in the United States right now, right before the election, right? Like, there's gonna be some kind of disclosure coming. I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. I actually thought it was gonna happen at the very beginning of October. I believe that we are going to see, there's gonna be more and more, we're going to be moving back into that place that we were in the late 80s and the early 90s, where you're going to begin hearing more about alien abductions and alien sightings. These, by the way, you guys, are not actual celestial beings coming to Earth. This is the military staging abductions. This is the military staging UFO sightings. They have the technology to do it. So they're like, it's going to be manipulation. My belief is that when they begin to manipulate the people this time, like when they did it last time, we are going to have some, there is going to be some interference from celestial beings. And my belief is that they just watch us. They're literally trying to make sure that we don't fucking blow ourselves up. And so when this stuff starts happening, we do get So you are getting some real stuff, and then you're getting a lot of fake shit that the military is staging. Because again, what does it do? Well, it creates a scenario and situation where people are afraid and they believe that the only people that they can depend upon is their government, right? The only people that they can depend on are the people that make the rules and the laws and the military to keep them safe, right? And then we continue to be fed all these movies and television shows about how horrible alien invasion is and how aliens are coming here to destroy the planet. And so it's coming. That's coming. Just get ready for that shit. And more of the same. More of the, moving to a cashless society. So recommendations to you, go make sure that you have silver, gold, and junk silver. Make sure that you have precious gemstones. Make sure that you have stuff that you're able to trade when the shit hits the fan. I believe that our financial system is collapsing. But here's the thing that's going to happen. The existing system, it doesn't work anymore, right? Like, it's collapsing. There's nothing holding it up. It's going to be happening by the end of 2024. I know, I can't believe it's not having interference either, actually. Oh, well, we probably shouldn't say that because now it probably will start having interference. So it'll be happening. Well, it's probably because I'm actually finally ready to share, right, some of this stuff. And I am committed to, like, being more, and I have sort of started doing it through my monthly wealth forecast and stuff, but I'm actually more committed to sharing more about this stuff as I see it coming, because often it's like, I know something's coming in the week that it's coming. And so I am going to start sharing that stuff in the Telegram channel. So if you're not on the Telegram channel, then definitely go check it out. Come join us over there. It's easier for me to do audio memos and stuff in there. So the financial system and structure is going to collapse, and that's just it. And they know it. So they know that it's on its way out. So right now they are trying to figure out the best way to come in and have control over the next system, whatever that's going to be, right? And so, but they're up against some really, really strong energy in trying to, so they're no longer able to manipulate people from the energetic perspective of the entire planet is living in this collective energy of materialism and trying to master matter and physicality, because the whole collective energetically is going to be moving into this place of spirituality and wisdom and collectiveness. And so they're going to have to be working even harder to keep control. And that's why it's going to get so ugly in the next year, because they're going to have to use harsher and harsher measures to control the collective, because the collective is just going to be shifting, period. Like, energetically, the planet is shifting. And so Warren Buffett, I didn't even know that, just took his money from the banks and put it into stocks of gold. Yeah, so I mean, it's happening. The banking system is about to fucking collapse, you guys. And if you are not diversifying and you are not, like, if you're keeping your money in financial systems and structures, you really need to contemplate that and figure out, like, what is actually in your highest and best when it comes to that. And, I'm not going to be making financial advice because my advice is don't keep your money in banks. Like, that is literally my advice. And, I have my thoughts on what's going to happen with the US election. But I believe that there's way more at play than what we're being shown. So this leads me to how interesting it is that, and so a lot of you that are watching this live stream have been doing wealth repatterning work with me for a couple of years, right? And so many of you that are watching this live stream, you're seeing much more than everybody else is seeing, because we've spent a significant amount of time deconstructing your conditioning and programming around money and wealth, right? And so you're seeing things from an entirely different perspective, and you're not as easily controlled and manipulated because you've done the work. That I am so great. I mean, none of this is a mistake, right? This program, Ouroboros, was downloaded to me 2 years ago. Has it been 2 years? Yeah, 2 years ago. I didn't even realize at the time why. Well, now I know, because people had to break free from that programming and conditioning. And that's what this program is about. And it's crazy to me that, so I've had like 100 people, over 100 people through the program now, who have deconstructed all their shit around money. Like the programming and conditioning has been deconstructed, and we've deconstructed at a multi-dimensional level. It's a 4-month program. Like, it's fucking intense. It's very destructive in nature. Like, and all the people that are hearting are the ones that have gone through the program, and they're like, yep, I'm seeing, eyes wide open, right? I'm seeing. So this round of Ouroboros was actually supposed to happen in August. And there was just a lot going on in my life and in the world, and it got pushed back, and it got pushed back, and it got pushed back. And so this next round of Ouroboros is actually starting on November 11th. And I'm like, the other day, I just was like, holy shit, like, of course it's happening right now. Because I have known that fourth quarter of 2020 was gonna be a shitstorm. And I knew that there was gonna be another huge power play happening. And an even bigger one, first quarter of 2021. And so of course the program needed to launch, and it's going to be the biggest launch that we've done for the program. And I have my 2 incredible Wealth Alchemy apprentices that have been working with me all year, learning the work, that are joining me in the program. Like, it's just gonna be so fucking powerful. And I'm like, of course it's happening in third quarter, because that is what was meant to happen. Because the people need this, and it's not fucking about me. It's about this body of work being channeled through me, so that you can deconstruct your financial slavery consciousness, so that you can step out of being controlled, so that you can shed that 44, so that you can step out of the programming and conditioning, so that you can see things for what they really are, so that you won't be easily controlled and manipulated, so that you can make the right decisions for your family and your loved ones, so that you can get the hell out of whatever, extremely fascist community you're living in at the moment, right? So that you can actually take the blinders off and begin to see. And that's literally what this program is about. It is wealth repatterning. It is deconstructing programming and conditioning around money, wealth, abundance, prosperity. And it is allowing you to step into greater levels of worthiness and deserving, because that is what is needed to move into this new timeline. This program, you guys, is fucking hard. Like, I'm not gonna bullshit you. It is massive deconstruction, and it requires us looking at stuff that nobody really wants to look at. It requires us getting uncomfortable in ways that most people aren't willing to do. And so the program is definitely not for everyone. But there are many of you that are watching this live stream right now. And if you're an alumni, get your asses back in at the alumni rate and choose VIP, because we're doing a 4-hour wealth intensive for the VIP alumni, a special wealth activation, the VIP package for alumni this time is amazing. By the way, this program is so fucking incredible. And I can say that because literally, like, I didn't make this up. Like, I sat down and channeled it through one day. But this program is so incredible. So the first round, I had 27 people in there. 24 of the 27 came back as alumni for round 2. We always have a huge group of alumni in the program, which is incredible, because they bring this wisdom and knowledge of the stuff that they've already worked through into that collective and into the container. And it's just incredible. Like, there will be people in this container that have done all 3 rounds so far. So they'll come into round 4 and will have done round 1, round 2, and round 3. And they will have continued to like peel back the layers and deconstruct the programming. You know, and people get incredible wins from this program. Last round I had somebody pay off, I think $30,000 in debt, that they never thought they were going to be able to get out of. And it is a shift in consciousness. It is a shift in mentality, but it is also releasing the slavery codes, right? It is deconstructing the financial slavery consciousness. It is ridding yourself of the control and the manipulation that are the things that make you not able to see the ways out. Because when you see the ways out, you're able to disconnect yourself from the control of that financial system. And that is not what the powers that be want in any way, shape, or form, especially not now, right? Especially not now. They need you to be able to be easy to manipulate and easy to control. And when you start deconstructing financial slavery consciousness and you start repatterning your wealth beliefs, you're not easy to control anymore. You're just not. So, as you know, I'm doing my free program. I don't know if any of my team is on this call. I literally didn't bring my computer down here, which is kind of hilarious. As you know, I'm doing my free program. I always do this annual free program. It is the sort of lead up to the actual launch of Ouroboros. It is not fluff. It is a great introduction to the work that we do in Ouroboros. We will be going really deeply in this 2-week program. It's interesting because in the past, I normally do like 2 content sessions and a group call. Well, this time I'm doing in 2 weeks, 4 content sessions, 2 group calls, and then my 2 Wealth Alchemy apprentices are also doing sessions. So there's an incredible amount of content in the 2 weeks of the free program. So if you haven't applied for the free program, definitely do that. Does anyone have the link that's watching for the free program? But listen, there's an early bird rate on the full program. It starts November 11th. This program has come at this time in history for a reason. It is to free you from these slavery codes. It is to free you from slavery consciousness. It is so that you can be empowered to make decisions for yourself, to move you into the new timeline. And so if you already know, you're like, yes, I need to be in this program. Yes, I need to sign up for Ouroboros. Send me a private message and I will send you the link to the lead page so that you can get signed up. And there's $333 off right now until the 20th of October, I think. And yeah, and there is one-on-one clearing and work in this program, and there are group clearings, and it's just, it's an incredible body of work. And I love doing it, and I love taking people through the process, and I love seeing the shifts that they have. This is not a fucking Mindset Your Way to Millions program. This is not a mindset program. It is deep emotional clearing work. It is deconstructing conditioning and programming. And at the brain and body level. So it's a big deal. And we're now in round 4 of it. So we've really honed it in. We've really mastered it. I'm so excited for this round. So yeah, and I am offering just a few VIP spots. The one-on-one clearing will be done with my Wealth Alchemy apprentices who are just incredible and have been busting their asses for the last year to learn this work. And they've both been through all of the rounds of Ouroboros, and now they're currently going through the phase 2 program, Phoenix. But I am opening just a few spots if you want me to actually be the one doing your one-on-one clearing. So there is a VIP option to upgrade into that if you desire, if you want it to be me doing that. Oh my gosh, I missed all these comments. I'm gonna go back and read them. Yeah, so message me if you want the links to the full, so thank you, Kat. Catherine dropped the link to the free program. If you haven't applied for that, definitely apply for that. But listen, you know, it's like, you will be notified by about the free program by the 19th. Is that today? Does that program start this week? Wow, time is flying. I don't even know what day it is right now. By the 19th on the free program, which is maybe tomorrow? I don't even know what day it is. Count me in for VIP alumni. Amazing. We need to get you guys those links. I said that exactly to Carrie yesterday. It's not ever about Leah. It's always about helping us see ourselves. Yeah, of course. Of course it is. But, you know, I think there's this piece that I'm going to go back and read these comments in just a second, you guys. I think it's the 7th. I don't even know what day it is. Literally, I don't know what day it is. You know, I think there's this part of me that I do always want to bring it back to you. I always want to bring it back to your expansion and your growth and you having all the answers inside. But the truth is, I've been given incredible, incredible gifts. Incredible gifts of prophecy, incredible gifts of being able to see where people's blocks are. And being able to shine the light for them so that they can see where the blocks are. Because there's a lot of people that can see blocks, right? There's a lot of people that can see where you're stuck, where things are stagnant, where the programming is, where the conditioning is. And many of those people aren't able to actually shine the light. They're not actually able to show people in a way that they can understand where it is so that they can deconstruct it. And you know, that is the gift that I've been given. That is the, you know, the gift of prophecy, the gift of seeing what's going to be happening in the future, the gift of, you know, being able to really show you, shine the light into areas of yourself that you haven't been able to see. And what's coming for us over the next 12 months requires me to step into full ownership of those gifts. And you guys know that I'm not a fucking fan of being humble and humility. Like, those two words are like the worst words, I feel like, in the fucking human language. I am not here for it. I am not here for anyone's humility. I am not here for anyone being humble. Right now, the world needs you sharing your gifts full out. God does not want you to hold yourself to a lower position than God, because you are God. And right now, humanity has to embrace its divinity if we're going to make it through this. We have got to embrace our divinity. We have to step into our godly nature. And for me, it requires me pushing myself even further out of my comfort zone, because I'm pretty good at doing this. But, you know, I will continue. I do always put it back to you, like, oh, you have all the answers. But here's the thing. We don't fucking have time for you to find the answers on your own right now. We just don't. Humanity does not have time. Humanity doesn't have time for you to fucking putz around and go through your processes and, you know, take your time to discover where you're stuck and stagnant, and take your time to deconstruct your wealth patterning. Like, we don't fucking have time. The time is run out. And so people like me need to stop fucking pussyfooting around their gifts and show up and be like, yes, I am a prophetess. Yes, I can see into the future. Yes, I can tell you what's happening. And yes, I can help you see the places in yourself that are stuck and stagnant, and I can help you repattern this wealth shit now. Right now. Because we don't have time to wait. You don't have time to wait. You literally do not have time to wait. Because the control and manipulation that's coming in the next few months, in the next 5 months, it is stronger than everything you have ever experienced, anything that you have ever experienced before. You've got to get this shit sorted now if you want to make it out of this shitstorm. Because two things happen. People come into the new timeline or they stay in the old one, and it literally is the fucking zombie apocalypse. All of these shows and movies that they've been showing us, you're the zombies. You're not going to be flesh-eating humans, but you are going to be completely fucking brain dead and following a system and structure designed to keep you in that place if you don't act right now. And we don't have time for you to figure it out on your own. And so that is why I've got to step into this. That is why I have to stop being like, oh, it's okay, you have all the answers inside of you. You do have the answers inside of you. Every single one of you do. But we don't fucking have time for you to figure that out. And we don't have time for you to like search around and go through your little processes and find it. We just don't. You need to figure this shit out now. The future of humanity depends upon it. As many people as possible breaking free from this control and this manipulation. And it needs to happen now. So that's why this program is launching now. That's why the free program's happening. But honestly, the free program's a fucking cop-out. Like, my launch person is gonna die when she sees this live stream. Well, listen, it is. It's fucking bullshit. And yeah, you're gonna come in there and you're gonna get great content and you're gonna get, you know, an amazing ability to work with me in a way my mid to high level clients do for free. But 2/3 of the people that join that program aren't gonna fucking do shit. And that is just the fact. They're not gonna do shit. They're not gonna shift anything. They're not gonna change anything because they're trying to get something for free. The people that are truly going to shift are the ones that are gonna commit to this 4-month program. The ones that are actually gonna look at the shit that they don't wanna look at. The ones that are actually going to be like, yeah, you know what? I have money shit that is controlling my entire life. And recognize and realize that if they don't do something about it right now, there isn't gonna be a shift made. We have seen, you've seen it all year long. If you just stop for a minute and contemplate, the control and manipulation that you have seen this year of the collective, you know it can happen. You know it's happening. You see it all around you every single day. All you gotta do is probably fucking look out your window right now and see it. So it's up to you. Like, are you gonna shift it? Are you gonna change it? Or are you gonna just stay in this stagnation and be controlled and manipulated? Are you gonna stay an emotionally charged person that's easy to control and manipulate? Or are you going to fucking open your eyes, see what's going on, deconstruct all your shit, and move into the new timeline? So if you're a fuck yes to that, just put fuck yes. Like, are you staying or are you going? If you're moving, if you're transitioning, I don't know, drop me a fucking emoji or something. Something. Post something. Tell me something. Show me that you're fucking alive and you're not just being controlled and manipulated. Write something in the comments. Get fucking charged up about this. Take this seriously. This is your fucking whole life that depends on this. This is not a joke. This is not a test. The fucking test run is over. This is the real deal. So are you going to shift? You better at least apply for the free program. But many of you need to just fucking push play and sign up for the 4-month program. That's it. Like, we just don't have time. And I just don't have time, right? Like, I just don't have time. I need you now. I need access to you now. I need you in my energetic field now. I need you creating that energetic exchange so that you're receiving my transmission, so that you're in that field of awareness that we were talking about before, so that you're able to get that connection that starts shining the light. Because here's the other thing, and you know what, and I'm not even the one that's gonna tell you this. There are many women on this live stream right now that have done this work, right? Tell them, put in the comments, tell them the transitions that have happened for you. Tell them the shifts that have happened from you, just from being in my field, just from saying yes, not even from doing the work, but making the commitment. What are the shifts that happen? This is what you want. You want in this field now, before November 11th, right? Say yes. Make this shift. Wow, I had no idea I was gonna get this fired up on this live stream. But look, like, this is the seriousness of it, and that's it. Like, that's it. And I'm the one, and there's nobody else doing it like me, because they can't. They literally cannot. They don't have my unique energy signature. They haven't been through the things that I've been through. They haven't seen the things that I've seen. They're not fucking living here off the grid, able to see what's happening all over the world. And I don't know anybody that has the ability to see and show the way that I do. I haven't met anyone. I'm trying to train 2 women to do it right now. But as of today, I haven't met anyone that has the ability to see what's going on with you and show you in a way that you're able to easily deconstruct it. Where's the link for the 4-month program? Message me and Laura, are you on here? Can you, tripled my income in 3 months, tripled. Is anyone on here that has the link to Ouroboros 4? Like, does anyone have the link to the program? I didn't even bring my fucking computer. Ahmad? Yes. Can you run upstairs and grab my computer for me? Yes. And then I'll be ready. My cute assistant. What? Oh, thank you. My cute assistant has been working her tail off. She's had no days off for she worked all weekend last weekend. She's working again today because Michelle is coming tomorrow. My other business partner, Michelle Patrick. And so we're preparing her room and we've got to go shopping and get all of her cute room touches for her today. So my cute assistant, Ahmad, she's been working so hard. She's going to get a good little bonus today. I applied. Where do we find out if we're in? Yeah, you applied for the free program. Awesome. We're going to give approvals by the 19th. You guys, I'm seriously I can't be fucked with this free program right now. I am going to be fucked with it. I am going to give my all. It's going to be epic. The free program's going to be epic. But listen, I'm telling you, it's bullshit. It is a cop-out. It is you being I'm not going all in. I'm going to test the water and see if I can get something for free. I really want you all to do the free program. I love the free program. But, oh, look, yeah, the podcast is out. I did this whole podcast talking about, thank you. I did this whole podcast talking about, I know. You guys, my team is going to be so pissed when they see this live stream. They're like, you're supposed to be promoting the free program, not telling people it's bullshit. It is though. It's free. Come on. We all know. We all know. You don't fully energetically engage when you get shit for free. And that is just the fucking reality of it, especially when it comes to wealth consciousness work. So I want you to do the free program. I'm going to be giving a lot of epic content in the free program. But if you're serious about this shit, you need to just fucking click the link. All right, I'm going to find the link. I'm going to actually find the link and give you the link. And then I'm going to go back and read these comments. And then I have to go because I have to go shopping with Ahmad. But I am going to read the comments. Do you guys want to see Ahmad? This is Ahmad. She's so sweet. Say hi, Ahmad. Hi. She's the sweetest. She's been working so hard for days and days and days. She hasn't had a day off in days. Okay. Oh, you already put the link to the free program? That's the podcast. There's the link to the free program. Laura, will you drop it one more time? It says ouroboros.theleahsteele.com/Ouroboros4. That's the program. You guys already have the link. And again, so when you're on there, you'll see that there are 2 options. So there's the main option, which you get the program and you get to do incredible one-on-one clears with either Laura or Carrie, or there's a VIP option. I'm taking a very limited number of people because my schedule is bananas, but I'm taking a very limited number of people on a VIP option where I actually do your clearing. And those of you that are alumni, I know that the alumni sales page hasn't been released yet because I haven't approved it. I haven't approved the copy yet. If you want those alumni links, though, we can get them to you right now. And alumni rates are $555 for content only and $1,111 for the VIP option. You would be crazy not to do the VIP option. And you guys, I always have payment plans available. I am such a fan of a payment plan. And there are 12-month payment plans available on all of the options. So that's it. I'm going to read the comments now. I'm going to scroll back through. There's so many comments. My screen had frozen, so I didn't see them coming through. So I'm going to read the comments, and then I'm going to go shopping. Imagine the fallout of Catholics when they discover they've been lied to. So this is interesting. They're not going to discover it. That is part of why this hasn't been disclosed yet. They are going to come up with a story that is going to make sense. And my belief is that they are going to position celestial beings as angels. And that's how they're going to actually tie this into Christianity so that they don't lose control over all of the people that they still have spiritual control over. Yeah, manipulation of the nervous system. A deserted Pacific island. That's probably honestly where you would be safest. Yes, I need all the neighbors. In fact, there's 2 incredible villas right here in my complex that are for hire. So there's so many amazing places to live in Bali right now. Just reading. We're back to the Warren Buffett bit now. We keep some money in banks, but not for long. It's kind of a transitionary, it's a pass-through. Banks are a pass-through situation. Ouch. This is everybody telling me what day it is because I forgot. People laughing at me. Amazing, Leslie. Yeah, facing the biggest money thing that's been controlling you. I'm here for that. All the fuck yeses. Yes, yes, fuck yes, fire. Here for this, fuck yes. Get me off this damn hamster wheel of madness. Yes, absolutely. Oh my God, the hamster wheel. Get off already. Get off. What's in your coffee? Just bulletproof. Just a bulletproof coffee. That's what it is. Link me, link me, link me. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, definitely listen to the podcast. I go into more detail about the program on the podcast. Oh yeah, all my orchids got delivered yesterday. They're good. How do you choose the VIP option? There's just a thing at the bottom that says VIP. Like if you scroll to the bottom of the lead page, it says sign me up. And then the second one says, I want VIP, I want my clears with you. I'd live in a shack. Yes, everything's open. It's business as usual in Bali. Now I'm drinking fresh orange juice. It's delicious. Can we end the live stream with dragon breaths? Oh my God, yes, we totally can. Let's do it. Let's do it. Why not? 26 of you have hung in for this whole time. Let's bring all the Leah things back to the live streams. Okay, we're gonna do dragon breaths now. So look, this is what we're gonna do. Yes, somebody drop the link for the 4-month program again, please. So, this is how this is gonna look. It's gonna be super funny. This lighting is like not being kind to me right now. I have all the lighting and it's just all like making me look, it's making me look a little alien-ish actually. So this is what this is gonna look like. You're gonna take a deep breath in. And then as you come down, you're gonna breathe out and go like this. Okay, so we're gonna do 10 of them probably. I never make it through 10 because I'm laughing hysterically by like number 5, but here we go. And everybody do it with me. Everybody has to stand up, do it. I'm not gonna stand up because if I stand up, then you're just gonna be looking at my boobs the whole time. So I'm gonna sit down and do it. But everybody, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do 10. And my husband's right here, so he's probably gonna crack up, but we're gonna do 10 of them, and then we'll end the live stream with that, and you guys can all go do the thing and click the link, okay? That's all I got. I can't do it all, but it feels good. All right. So we will end the live stream with that. I'm totally sweaty, so I'm gonna go shower and then I'm gonna go shop. I'm gonna go have a little shop and a day off today. So I love you all. I hope to see you all in either the free program, the bullshit free program, or the 4-month program especially. And that's it. I'll see you on another live stream, maybe tomorrow. Oh, somebody drop the Telegram channel link. Definitely come join the Telegram channel, the free Telegram channel if you're not in there, because I am going to be sharing more information about the things that are coming. All right. Love you guys. Mwah.